Thank you very much for being here. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me pleasure, great pleasure, an absolute delight that I give a brief address as part of the program here today to mark the official commencement of 2022 Human Rights Month. Every year, in the first week of March, we gather to reflect as a nation and look at the path we've traversed in quest of our democracy, in quest of human rights culture in our land. As DDG Chikwatamba has said, that the theme for this year is the year of national unity and renewal, protecting and preserving human right gains, which this country has scored over the period of almost 3 decades. As history would dictate, it was on now sacred grounds of Sharpeville on the 21st of March 1960, wherein thousands of people took it to the street to protest against past laws. The team here has demonstrated to us. We're indebted to those patriots who were led by Professor Robert Bangaliso Sobukwe and many of his contemporaries, sung and unsung, who dared the brutal apartheid state by marching peacefully against the past laws in 1960, only to be butchered by the police in this noble and peaceful endeavor. Whilst the actual 25th anniversary of the Constitution of the Republic was last year, 2021, circumstances now dictate that we expand the anniversary well into the 2022, given the limitations of COVID-19 regulations on us in respect of in-person mass events. It should come as no surprise, therefore, that in this year, once again, we are having to look deeply into issues of health, especially public health, as a fundamental human right, of course, within the context of limited state resources, as previous judgments of the Constitutional Court on the matter confirms. As the DDG has said, we were here around 5 this morning to work out and encourage South Africans that you don't have to be an athlete. Every one of us should be active. You should be able to take walks. You should be able to engage in activities which are going to ensure that your body, which will help your mind as well to be active. And when we do that, we do it under the theme in the department, I choose to be active. How about you? It helps on a number of areas. One of such is fighting this disease called obesity. It helps in ensuring that we deal with heart problems. It will reduce those bills, those hospital bills. Some people go to hospitals simply because they are unfit as people. They are inactive as people. So therefore, if we are active, we are contributing positively to our vision of seeing an active society. You don't have to go to expensive gyms. Just a walk, jog, instead of waking up at home, driving your car to the nearest mall, and you park very much close to the door so that you are closer to the door. This time around, you park a bit far and you walk. You get to your office, instead of taking an escalator, you walk. Doesn't take much, but the benefits is that it contributes to the broader society being active and help us to have a healthy nation. It is our desire to get many South Africans to start a physically active routine, pursue and commit to it, as well as encourage their families, friends, and the community they live in to also commit to physically active lifestyle of health and wellness. After all, a healthy nation inspires us all to become a winning nation. As we said that this morning through the 365 Days campaign, I choose to be active, we've been joined by many South Africans from all over the country who participated in our virtual gym class to encourage all of us to get our daily dosage and exercise as we should do. We chose to come to this center in line with our theme for this year of protecting and preserving human rights gains. If you want to see how human rights were violated in this country, you have to come to this center. You have to walk those 52 steps to the gallows to understand what people were dealing with in this country. So for us, and for me, I would actually encourage South Africans that we don't have, human rights culture is not a luxury, but it's something we have to have. Because the opposite of that is a situation where people are condemned to be nothing, where their rights are violated. That is why it is correct for us, as this government, taking from the Constitution of the Republic, its spirit and letter, but that Constitution having been informed by the policy lodestar championed by the governing party, the Freedom Charter, which emphasizes the point of peaceful coexistence of people, the point of building human rights culture. And we are saying that we have to ensure that we deepen more than ever before human rights culture in our society and ensure that we defend, we protect, and preserve human rights. That's the only way humankind is going to be able to see social progress. Thank you very much for your attention.